So what is a fraction, you may ask? A fraction is a quantity that is not a whole number, and a tip is to think of it as a division statement. Fractions are made up of a number on top of the line, the numerator, and the number on the bottom, which is the denominator. In this video, we will show you how to add, subtract, multiply, divide, and solve fractions with exponents.
In this example, you first have to find a common denominator of 2 and 3. In this case, it would be 6. So we rewrite the question, 5 over 3 plus 10 over 2. Multiply them, this one by 3 and this one by 2. Multiply the top by 2 and this top by 3. This will give you 10 over 6 plus 30 over 6. Once you have your denominators, you only add the top together, the 10 and the 30. This will give us 40 over 6. And simplified, this would give us 20 over 3. In this example, we're going to do the same thing by getting a common denominator. In this case, 12 is already the common denominator, so all we have to do is multiply the 6 and the 10. So we're going to rewrite it. It goes 4 over 12, multiply by 2 on the top and the bottom, giving us 20 over 12 plus 4 over 12. Now all we have to do is add the top again, giving us 24 over 12. This will simplify to 2 over 1, which is the same thing as 2.
Just like adding fractions, when you subtract them, you need to find the lowest common denominator. In this case, we have 10 over 2 and 5 over 3. The lowest common denominator between 2 and 3 would be 6. So we would multiply 10 over 2 by 3, and we multiply 5 over 3 by 2. This would give us 30 over 6 minus 10 over 6. Once we have the lowest common denominator, we can just straight up subtract the numerators. In this example, when we subtract the numerators, we get 20 over 6. We can simplify that further to 10 over 3. For example 2, we have 12 over 7 minus 4 over 2. The lowest common denominator between 7 and 2 would be 14. In order to make both denominators equal 14, we'd multiply 12 over 7 by 2 and 4 over 2 by 7. This will give us 24 over 14 and 28 over 14. Once we have the same denominator, we can straight up just subtract the numerators. This would give us negative 4 over 14. This can be simplified to negative 2 over 7.
In multiplying and dividing, you do not have to find a common denominator. With multiplying, all you have to do is multiply the numerator by the other numerator and the denominator by the other denominator. So we have 4 times 7 giving us 28, and 5 times 3, which will give us 15. In this example, we're going to multiply, but you don't have to find common denominators in this. We just multiply. You have a 10 and a 5 and negative 10. So that would give it negative 50. And 4 times 4 is 16. Simplified, this is going to be negative 25 over 8.
In this example, we will show you how to divide a fraction using the reciprocate. To reciprocate a fraction, you would flip the denominator with the numerator. In this example, we have 10 over 5 divided by 10 over 2. So we would reciprocate 10 over 2. So it becomes 10 over 5 times 2 over 10. When you reciprocate a fraction, it no longer becomes a division statement, but a multiplication. and in the end, you are given 2 over 50. This can further be simplified to 2 over 5 if you divide both the numerator and denominator by 10. Another way to divide fractions would be to use the cross multiplication method, where you would multiply the numerator by the denominator of the other fraction, and vice versa. In this case, we have 7 over 15 and 4 over 3. In this case, to cross multiply, we would multiply the 7 in the numerator to the 3 in the denominator, and the 15 in the denominator to the 4 in the numerator. This gives us the answer of 21 over 60.
In this example, we're going to do fractions with exponents. Squared is basically 4 over 8 times 4 over 8. You do not have to find a common denominator, but in this case we already have one. So that will be 16 over 64. Now we have to simplify. To simplify this, we're going to divide by 16 on each side, or on the top and the bottom. And this will give us 1 over 4. In the second example, we have 3 over 2 squared over 7, which is the same as 3 times 3 over 7, which gives us a 9 over 7.
In this example, since the exponent is in the denominator, all we have to do is multiply the 3 by 3, since exponent 2 is just the number multiplied by itself, giving us 4 over 9. Now that you know how to add, subtract, multiply, and divide fractions, let's play a game.